So a little quick update on local Singaporean news for motorcyclists, since this is really going to impact us a lot. Last week there was an announcement by the National Environment Agency that motorcycles registered before 2003 would no longer be legally allowed to be used or even kept within Singapore's borders by 2028. Now, they are of course offering an incentive for anyone with these affected motorcycles to deregister and destroy or export them out of the country if they do so before 2023 and fulfill a few other criteria. Now, the official reasoning behind this move is that even though these old motorcycles only account for 11.85% of the total vehicle population, they are responsible for 31.8% of all carbon monoxide emissions. Now, don't get me wrong, while I think it is unfair they paint motorcycles in such a bad light, since cars and trucks are responsible for even more carbon dioxide emissions that contribute to global warming, all motorcycles are indeed responsible for hydrocarbon and CO emissions that are the reason acid rain exists. On the one hand, as someone slightly sympathetic to the tree-hugging hippie movement, I understand and do accept removing these machines from operation are a good thing for the environment. But on the other, I feel that it is such an unfair and underhanded move against the owners of these machines. This reminds me of the move made by the city of Paris in 2016 when they banned motorcycles registered before 1999 from entering city limits. However, the French government's way of handling the situation was far fairer than what is going to happen in Singapore by 2028. While the French cannot use their machines in Paris, hell, even if they were not allowed to use the bikes at all in the name of environmental protection, at least they are still the owners of the machines. They get to keep them for posterity. But in Singapore, it is as if the NEA is telling us, hey guys, you paid good money to buy your motorcycles and they are your property, of course. But you know what? We don't give a fuck. We are telling you, destroy your property now, get rid of it. I don't care how you do it. We are not letting you own it in any shape or form. Obey or else. They are not even giving owners the choice of how to handle the situation where they can no longer legally use their machines on public land. Unlike the French, this is kind of bloody outrageous. Even the incentives they are offering, which is, if I'm not wrong, 3,500 Singapore dollars if you get rid of your machine by 2023 and do not extend your registration anytime between now and 2023, or $2,000 if you get rid of the machine by 2023 but you extended that registration. Felt kind of like a shortchange to riders. The amount is kind of a token sum, so it's really not a big deal, especially for owners of some especially valuable vintage machines, as they are really essentially destroying all the value in them. Nobody will buy it for more than 3,500 bucks if this movement comes through. Actually, I think it's already a done deal. You can't argue about that. So when this goes through, you know, expensive old bikes like a Ducati Pulsmart would have essentially no value anymore. Now, cars on the other hand always had an incentive, and a better one at that, for owners to deregister their vehicles before the 10-year mark. That is why car owners always seem to be more happy to and are able to afford buying a new car every 10 years when it is unthinkable in other countries. Now, getting back to the point of the NEA trying to remove old motorcycles and having incentives for car owners to continuously dispose their 10-year-old cars for environmental reasons, yes, they definitely do help in keeping emissions low, but I do find such a move hypocritical, since all they are doing is encouraging people to continue to produce and consume more and more new vehicles. There has been many studies that have gone to show that the biggest contribution to environmental pollution is not the use of these vehicles, but the incredibly large logistics network that goes into the production of all these vehicles. Even if people switch to electric ones, the amount of mining, transport, and electrical output required on such scales to contribute way more pollution than the amount reduced by mass usage of cleaner vehicles. In fact, if the environment is truly the main concern of the NEA, they should have been encouraging owners to keep perfectly serviceable vehicles around as long as possible and only disposing and purchasing a new one as a last resort. But the thing is, I guess after issuing out all these incentives to the affected owners, the profits that they will in the end get back from the production, sales and taxing of these new vehicles probably speak louder to them than actual common sense. So right now, I would like you guys to tell me, how do you feel about this issue? Are you angry or do you not care about it? Let me know down in the comments below. I would really like to hear your thoughts on this issue, since it's such a big point of contention that hits close to my heart, as I too also have a bike, a 1998 Honda Shadow, that is definitely gonna be affected by this move. But anyway, let me know what you think about it down in the comments below. And of course, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and if you'd like to support this channel, links are down in the description below. And of course, remember to subscribe if you haven't already done so for more motorcycling content from me in future. And I'll see you next time. Peace out, bros.